For a long time, I believed the world couldn't shock me anymore. Until the night my daughter walked into the living room trembling, my wife stood behind her with zero shame, and the truth spilled out like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. If someone had told me that my wife's lover, the man she swore was just a friend from the gym, would destroy my family in a way I never imagined, I would have laughed. But that night, when my daughter whispered, "Dad, I'm pregnant, and he's the father," everything inside me went silent. And what my wife said next pushed me from heartbreak straight into the kind of revenge I never thought I was capable of. For most of our marriage, I thought we were stable. Not perfect, but steady. My wife, Amber, had changed in the past year. More distant, more irritated, more defensive, but I kept telling myself life was just stressful. My daughter, Mia, was 22, working part-time, finishing school, and living with us to save money. I thought she was safe. Protected. That was my job. But Amber had been acting strange. Late-night gym sessions. Whispered phone calls. And this new friend, a guy named Lucas, lean, charming, always smiling too much. She said he was helping her train for a fitness event. I didn't like him, but I didn't say anything. I trusted her. That trust burned in front of me the night everything unraveled. Mia came home crying, shaking, almost unable to speak. Amber walked in behind her with this blank expression, like everything was out of her hands. I thought Mia had been in an accident. I ran to her. Then she said it, that she was pregnant. I hugged her, telling her we'd figure it out, until she whispered the second part. "Dad, it's Lucas." The world tilted. For a moment I couldn't breathe. I looked at Amber, hoping she'd say it was a misunderstanding. But she just whispered, "It happened, and we all need to move forward." We move forward. That's when I understood. She had known. She had known and hidden it, maybe even encouraged that man to be around my daughter, to trust him, to let him into our home. I felt something inside me crack. But it got worse. Amber said, "We're asking you to support them. They need stability. You're good at providing that." She really expected me to raise her lover's baby, again. Except this time, the baby wasn't even hers. It was my daughter's. And she wanted that man, the same man she cheated on me with, to stay connected to my family forever. My voice was calm, quieter than I expected. "Get out. Both of you." Amber started shouting, calling me heartless. Mia cried, begging me not to kick her out. I told her she wasn't the one I was angry at. She had been manipulated by someone far older, far more calculated. But the house wasn't safe anymore, not with Amber there. I told Mia she could stay. Amber refused to leave, saying she had rights. I didn't argue. I simply walked to the study, opened the drawer, and pulled out the folder I had avoided using for years. The prenup. Amber had forgotten about it, or maybe she thought I'd never enforce it. Within 48 hours, she was out of the house with nothing but her clothes and her gym bag. That was step 1. Step 2 was Lucas. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. I simply met him at the cafe where he trained clients, sat down, and placed a small USB drive on the table. He paled instantly. I had screenshots, messages, photos, voice notes, a full timeline of his relationship with Amber, all while he was involved with my daughter. He expected rage. Instead, I handed him an envelope. Inside was the report I had filed, not just cheating, but emotional manipulation of a young woman under his coaching supervision. He wasn't going to jail, but he was losing his job, his gym license, and his reputation. He tried apologizing, crying, saying he didn't mean for this to happen. I left him there shaking. As for Mia, I did the opposite of revenge. I protected her. I got her therapy. I helped her transfer schools. I told her she wasn't broken. And for once, she believed me. Months passed. Amber tried coming back 3 times. She blamed me. She blamed Mia. She blamed Lucas. But she never blamed herself. The divorce was fast. The prenup made sure of that, and she walked away with nothing because she had destroyed everything. One morning, Mia came downstairs holding a sonogram. She said she wanted to keep the baby, not out of love for Lucas, but because it was hers, innocent, blameless. I looked at her and said the words she had needed all along. "You're not alone. You'll never be alone." My wife's lover shattered our family. But the revenge wasn't me ruining their lives. It was me rebuilding mine without them. And watching my daughter rise from something meant to break her, that was the real justice.